Greetings everyone. Today the Faculty of Social Science is holding an exhibition where they'll be exhibiting all the projects and the models and the charts that they've made. So let's go and see what they've got for us. So we're in front of 9th B right now and we see some really great projects. The preamble, the Mohenjo-daro project, the glaciers and the volcano. So let's start from the preamble first.
Good morning, I'm Usman from class 9B. So we have made a project on preamble of the Indian Constitution. Preamble is an introductory statement stating the aims and objectives of the Constitution. Accordingly, the preamble to the Indian Constitution spells out the basic philosophy contained in a body of the Indian Constitution. The preamble is as follows: We, the people of India, having solemnly resolved to constitute India into a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic, and to secure to all its citizens justice, social, economic, and political liberty of thought, expression, belief, faith, and worship. Fraternity, assuring the dignity of the individual and the unity and integrity of the nation. In our Constituent Assembly, this 26th day of November 1949, do hereby adopt, enact to give to ourselves this Constitution. Reading through the preamble, one can see the purpose that it serves, namely the declaration of the source of the Constitution and the statement of its objectives and the date of its adoption. The opening words of the preamble, "We, the people of India," emphasize the ultimate authority of the people from whose will the Constitution emerges. Since the Constituent Assembly enacted and adopted the Constitution in the name of the people of India, the question has been asked whether the Assembly was really representative of the people of India. This question was raised both within the outside and outside the Assembly. The circumstances under which Constituent Assembly came into being shows that it was impracticable to constitute such a body in 1946 with adult suffrage and its basis. No part of the country had an experience of adult suffrage. Thank you.
So this project is about the mass killing in Germany, also known as the Holocaust. It is also known as the Shoah, which was the genocide of European Jews during World War II between 1941 and 1945. Nazi Germany and its collaborators systematically killed some 6 million Jews across German-occupied Europe. It was around 2/3 of the German population at that time. The murders were carried out in programs and mass killings by a policy of extermination through labor in concentration camps and in gas chambers and gas vans in German extermination camps. The Holocaust is understood as being primarily the genocide of Jews, but during the Holocaust era, systematically killed more than other mass killings of other population groups as well. These groups include Roma, Poles, Ukrainians, Soviet civilians, and prisoners of war, and other targeted populations. Smaller groups were also victims of deadly Nazi persecution, such as Jehovah's Witnesses, Black Germans, disabled peoples, and homosexuals. Thank you.
Good morning, my name is Hurulan and this is a project of Himalayan range made by me. So this is just a gross depiction of Himalayas, not the actual one. In this I have shown some glaciers and water coming down from the glaciers. Thank you.
Welcome to 9B. As we all know, the volcano is one of the natural disasters, and today we have depicted it as the natural disaster of India. We have made a model of volcano which depicts the volcano one of in India, and today we are gonna do the reaction how the volcano explodes.
So everyone, this is the working model of a volcanic eruption. And now Mukaddas and Haifa are going to show you how we're going to make it work, and it's going to like erupt like a volcano. This is potassium permanganate. And we'll just have an explosion right now, so please be waiting. And here goes the other ingredient that we have. And it's in just a minute of time. And here it goes, it's about to explode, so be ready everyone. The volcano is about to explode. Woohoo! You see there. That is the volcano eruption.
First of all, good morning from my end. Today I have to totally speak about my project is totally based upon pleasure, destiny, and intelligence. I wanted to all of us to have a glimpse on how it started and how it has been going. To begin with, it's highly ability want to understand whatever I'm going to speak is based upon history, and that totally does not reflect my own personal opinions. So first of all, I'd like to all know that LGBT plus history traces back to all the episodes of same-sex love and sexuality of ancient civilizations. It is now interwoven into some ancient narratives and opinions of the 19th century. The concept of having different sex identity didn't exist at all the way that during the historical lives lived lives similar to what we live now on our now facing the Since we don't have much time, I would like to say that we must respect each and every individual. No religion makes it, but we must respect each and every individual for who they are. And same goes for the people of LGBTQ community as well. Thank you.
Now we see a project on the brutal history of Islamophobia. So please tell us something about it.
So hi everyone, I hope you're doing well. As you can see, our group that comprises of me, Seher, I'm Maharu, I'm Karya, I'm Zoha, and today we basically made a project that is about the brutal history of Islamophobia. And the main reason why we made this project was because we wanted to represent our own community this time. We actually drew the inspiration of this project from various other projects that were about Black Lives Matter and about discriminatory topics, like we have gender discrimination and all that stuff. And we wanted to showcase that how Muslim people are also being discriminated, and we have to speak up about that stuff. So now Maharu will continue this thing.
So before we explain our project to you guys, I would like to say what Islamophobia actually really is. So Islamophobia is the hatred or prejudice against the religion of Islam or Muslims in general, especially when seen as a source of terrorism. Thank you.
So basically, as Seher said, this project was made to represent our community and not really hurt the sentiment of other communities. In fact, the reason we made this project was to not only represent Muslims but other religions as well. Because of Islamophobia, not only Islam has been targeted but other ethnicities as well. Mainly because Islam has been associated with terrorism for as long as we can remember. So basically, we have 9/11 here, which I believe was the event that started Islamophobia off as a trend, and it was still frowned upon before that. Islamophobia was the event that made it short of becoming legal. And aside from that, we have a lot of other things going on here as well. We have the 1947 partition, we have the hijab ban from France, we have the Punish a Muslim Day, which was organized in the UK actually. And then going on down, we have the Americans protesting against Allah, as one must understand that Allah is actually the Arabic term for God rather than a specific term for Islamic God. And then we have here the Israeli and the Palestinian and the Gaza conflict, which was about a strip of land, and the Masjid al-Aqsa. And then here we have the Babri Masjid. All of these conflicts have contributed to Islamophobia in a way that has made it difficult for Muslims to really get the portrayal of peace and non-violence that the religion actually is, and rather Islam has been portrayed as a violent and anti-peaceful religion.
So, as you can see, no religion, especially not Islam, no religion supports terrorism or violence. So this time, let's take a stand for Muslims, and let's all communities live in harmony. Thank you.
Now we stand in front of class 9th A and we see some really nice projects made again. So let's ask Dua what she's made.
This is a political map of India.
which consists of the Himalayan range, Deccan Plateau, Western and Eastern Ghats. And the Deccan Plateau consists of red soil, which gives us cotton. And then in the Himalayas, we have the Bing ranges of Himalayan mountains. And then the Eastern and Western Ghats, I have represented them with the yellow, representing the coastal region. Thank you so much. Now we're in front of 9D. So the students have made some projects which they've put a lot of effort into. So let's go and see what they've made.
Hello everyone, I'm Noor Fatima from class 9D, and today we have made a project which actually we have fixed nuts in the states, and we have written the capitals of the states, and we have connected nuts to these as well. So when we actually touch these pens with the nuts connected to them to the right state and the right capital, the lights glow, and when we do it with the wrong one, it will not glow. Please show us. Just like this, and if we have a wrong state, it will not glow. So this is what we have made. Hand over.
And today they've made some Mohenjo-daro projects. So let's see what they've got for us. Tell us something about the Indus Valley civilization.
The Indus Valley civilization is a very old civilization. It might be older than the Egyptian civilization. Historians have proved that it is more than 5,000 years old, and there are many fascinating things about this civilization. The historians say that it was really a modern civilization, as they had their own drainage system. They had many tube wells through which the random people could drink water. And many people believe that they didn't had any kind of religious authorities. And about this particular model, this is one of the great part of Indus Valley civilization. Indus Valley civilization was situated near the banks of river Indus. That is why it's known as Indus Valley civilization.
Now we see some French Revolution charts. Can you please tell us something about the French Revolution?
Hi everyone, my name is Hassan. So we are in the social science exhibition and about the French Revolution. The French Revolution started in 1789 and ended in 1799. The start of the French Revolution was like with the power of the monarch, and it ended with the ending power of monarch. The French Revolution started with the assembly of the Estates General, and it ended when Napoleon Bonaparte took power over the nation. There were many meetings among the Estates Generals, and in the French Revolution we see the emergence of a new state called the middle class, and in the middle class there were many craftsmen, businessmen who made money through business.
Now we stand in front of class 10th E, and we yet again see some fascinating projects. The volcano and rainwater collection tank. So tell us something about your project.
So a rainwater collection tank is basically when we collect the rainwater instead of just letting it run away. So the water is collected on the rooftops, and then it moves to the sedimentation or filtration tank, where all the impurity settles down, and then it moves to the storage well or pit where it's stored.
Thank you so much. So we see a volcano here. Are you going to do something with it?
Yes. We are going to use Eno powder in water, and the water is going to spurt out.
Fascinating. So you've made a project on layers of atmosphere. Can you please define?
As you can see, I have made a project on layers of atmosphere. This is the first layer of atmosphere known as troposphere. The ozone layer and others fall in this layer, and the second layer is known as the stratosphere. It is a very thin layer, and falls between troposphere and mesosphere. In The next layer is mesosphere. Aeroplanes and other air vehicles fly in this layer. The next layer is thermosphere. It is a layer which contains ions and radio signals are flow in this layer, and it is a very hot layer as it is closer to the sun. The next layer is the exosphere. It falls. It is the last layer of atmosphere and it falls very behind in the layer of.
Thank you so much. Where the students have again worked really hard on their projects. So first of all, we have this one. Can you please elaborate what you've made?
Hello everyone, my name is Habla and I'm from class 10th, and today I'm here to represent my model, which is totally gonna be based on agriculture. Here I have made a farm of a small farmer who is totally based on this farm to support his family, because this farming is a primary economic activity, so this farmer is totally based on the farm. Thank you.
Next, we can see a volcano and some clouds. Can you please elaborate your project?
This is actually an ecosystem. This is an ecosystem, and there are a few different landforms here. This is actually a mountain, and there are a few land, plains, and terrains, as well as a small farm here.
Thank you so much. So now we stand in front of class 10th B, where we have Kasima and Zoya with these amusing projects. Can you please elaborate one by one what you guys have made?
How life is represented in rural areas and urban areas. In rural areas, we can see that people go and work in the farms in the days, and usually women do the household chores, and children either go to school or play in the vivid meadows. Whereas if we see in the urban areas, there are highly developed buildings, highly developed areas, which make transportation, which make work easier, and a lot of facilities are also available.
Over here we can see representation of coffee and tea plantations. Coffee is mainly produced in Kurg, and in Assam we can see the plantations of tea. So this was all.
Now we have students of class 10th I who've worked really hard for this one. So let's again see the rooftop.
Yeah, so this is about rooftop rainwater harvesting system. So basically in semi-arid areas of India such as Rajasthan, there is water scarcity because of uneven distribution of rainwater. So people there use different methods of water harvesting system to work for the same. And this is rooftop rainwater harvesting system.
Basically, in rooftop rainwater harvesting system, what those people do is they collect rainwater on their rooftops, and through a valid pipeline, it goes into an underground tank called tanka. Inside the tanka, the impurities settle down, and we are left with clear, purified rainwater, which is known as palar pani. And this palar pani, they use it for their fields or any other chores that they want to do, and this helps them to overcome the water scarcity problem. And yeah, this is the system that they use.
Thank you so much. Now we have the students of class 10th E who've made some really nice projects yet again, just like the other students. So we have this national symbols. Can you please explain these?
National flag of India, national flower lotus. We have tiger as a national animal, khichdi as a national food, and jalebi, we know, national sweet, and peacock as a national bird. This is the national river and national tree. This is the national anthem. That's it.
Really put together. Next, what do we have, Bakhtavar?
So, Assalamu alaikum to all of you. So, my viewers, you might be interested to know that what is this? This is 1000 rule of Muslim history, Muslim rule all over the world. That how Muslim emerged in the present-day Arabia, and in less than 10 years they defeated the largest empires of the world, like the Ottoman, like the Roman Empire, like the Sassanid Empire, which were impossible to defeat. And it was all because of the miracle of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. They told that we will conquer them, and the Muslims emerged and they conquered all the places. And then you are seeing, there are different ages. There is Umayyad dynasty, there is Abbasid dynasty, and you might be able to, it is a wonderful age which is called the Golden Age of Islam. At that time, what happened that in Europe, there was dark ages, and they were not educationally rich, morally rich, culturally rich, but Islam was growing faster than ever, and it was culturally, morally, scientifically, more scientists were growing, doctors were growing, and you might be surprised to see that the biggest and the largest university
and library of the time was located in Baghdad, and it was called the Bait al-Hakam, House of Wisdom, and it was in Baghdad. And our scientists, which were growing there, they were teaching the Christians, and they learned from us, and then came the Renaissance, which was studying in the 15th and 14th century. And there are many other conquests, and it is all about the Muslim history, how Muslim ruled all over the Mediterranean, all over this Indian subcontinent, and all over the world, how they influenced the history of human civilization. Thank you.
Very fascinating. Now we have Suhani and Nadia with us, who've made the Egyptian pyramids. So let's ask them something about it. So Nadia, how hard did you work first of all on this project?
Actually, I worked for 3 days, day and night for this. And this is the concept is about developing stage of Egypt. It's not fully developed. It's still the developing stage of Egypt. As you can see, it's not fully developed. Here, what we wanted to say was, when Egypt tried to had a concept of pyramids, that's when they had a concept of pyramids and mummies especially. And then economy was differing because of mummies, because they used a lot of their gold and mummies. They could have used it in economy and made their economy really strong, but they used it in mummies. It was their fantasy, and they believed that the great the pyramids was for their mummies, the great they respected the kings. And this is when the miracle created, that was 7 wonders that we still visit. 7 wonders is one of the pyramids, that is Giza, that was created for the 3rd dynasty of the king in Egypt. And they actually cutted the bodies and the organs aside, and they put cotton in that, which was kind of fascinating, and believed in their religion. That was kind of their religious belief. And they could have used their negative side is they could have used this gold and the people, which could have increased their economy and much better for the Egypt.
Yeah, and that's what we wanted to portray is that, everyone shows the side of Egypt which we are seeing right now, the high side, the rich side of Egypt, but no one saw when Egypt was poor and it was developing. Well, we wanted to portray the side when it was developing, because we want to show, we have seen the struggles. Yeah, we have seen the struggles of India, we've seen the struggles, we read the struggles of Russia, all Nazism and all that, but we don't oftenly read about Egypt. So we want to portray that even Egypt has struggled, it has rose its economy. It was not.
Egypt has struggled in these parts. These small pyramids describe that part of it.
And actually, when they were deciding, when they had the idea of pyramids, it was very difficult for them how to make them. It's still a mystery how they made them, because they made it from inside. They didn't.
Scientists are still searching how they made it, and it's still a mystery, because it is the interior of pyramids is still a mystery. They created an interior and it's fully covered outside, and it's still a mystery.
Thank you so much. It was really informative. So we have Atara and Mankush with us with this project of Mohenjo-daro. So I'll let them describe it, because it's very fascinating. It's not an ordinary one. It has some lights and some blue thingy.
Hi, so it's an ancient structure of Mohenjo-daro, Pakistan, and archaeological sites during ruins of Indus civilization. It is related to something like ritual baths of Pakistan, and you have seen some lights there. And
I would like to introduce Mr. Usman from 9th B, the most dedicated class reps. I put him here on duty for social science exhibition since starting till now. It's 10:30. 8:45 I make him stand here. Since then he has not left his place. The most dedicated class rep who is on duty for social science exhibition. One of the person who make this exhibition successful is Mr. Usman from 9th B.
I am Shabir Amadar. I am teaching geography in DPS Srinagar. We are exhibiting today social science exhibition. It is mostly important. This exhibition is mostly important because social science students will be mostly interested in different topics. As one student in 9D, Ira Gulzar, has prepared one model that was related to states of India. That was very most interesting. State was identified and through which we are identifying the capitals simultaneously through a technical way. It is most important as so far as the social science in the schools which are taught by the teachers is most important because it has the importance. Some civil service examinations like IAS, through which these exhibitions students will be motivated, and these exhibitions in other subjects should be promoted because mostly interest among the students should be promoted. So thank you very much.
So all of this was organized by the students. So how do you feel and how hard did you all work for this exhibition to happen?
Basically, when I came early in the morning, I was not having any knowledge about this. But once I reached these corridors, I could see the different aroma. And even after seeing these models, I can say that I felt like if I'm somewhere in paradise because it was like something unexpected today. Are you getting me? So I went to each and every class. I went through all these corridors, and I was really fascinated to see that commendable work has been basically done by all the children, and even some of the projects were mind blowing. Even I couldn't believe that a child could make such a great and commendable project. Even Arav Cole, he has basically created a project. I had not known anything about that. It's all about Indian capitals in this. Once you click, basically touch the state and capital together. If your guess is right, it's the buzzer. The buzzer will come. If not, then it's wrong. So I basically then observed it very minutely. I could see that how much hard work Arav might have done for that. Not only that, even the volcano which was basically shown practically there. It is really like there are two things. One is like if you learn by theories, but the better way is learning by doing, which is a kind of a Montessori system of education as well. So it was really amazing, and it's a unique experience in my lifetime.
Thank you so much, sir. So now we have with us the social science coordinator of the social science faculty, of course. So, sir, you can see the different aroma of the school altogether. Even the teachers who aren't a part of this faculty are there and seeing all the projects. How do you feel and how proud of you are of the students?
Thank you. I think our faculty has always been a support to all of us. Any department, be it social science, be it linguistics, any other department, they have always been very supportive. So far as this exhibition is concerned, with regard to social science, scope of social science is as wide as the world, and I think as long as the history of man himself. So it is about man, it's about humans, it's about different aspects of his life, because man is the pivot of the whole universe. So I think this kind of exhibitions should be held very often in schools so that children get a first-hand experience and they get their hands on these projects. Children have prepared well, though it was a very less time within which they have prepared different projects. They have prepared projects with regard to the history, with regard to civics, with regard to geography, I think, and civics. I think all branches of social science, and they are presenting it in a very, very nice way. Models have been prepared, charts have been prepared, and very important thing that I would like to mention with regard to this exhibition is that it is all the child's program. It is not teacher is just supervising it. Children they are doing it on their own. They are moving from one class to another class to see the exhibition, or from the corridor to another corridor to see the exhibition and models. And other children who have prepared the model, they are presenting their own models. Charts have been displayed from last couple of days. I think that makes it a very wonderful and a successful program.
Thank you so much, sir. Now we have the wing in charge of our wing, the middle wing. So, ma'am, how do you feel that everyone is participating, even the students and the teachers together, working hard for this exhibition?
Yeah, it's overwhelming. The response of the students is really excellent. They have worked really hard for it, and most of the models they have displayed are working models, which really gives me a highlight that students have really been involved with it. Students have put their efforts, the blood and sweat in it, which gives me a provision that yes, such more programs will be incorporated in future for our department.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
It's a pleasure to see that children are back in action and conducting this social science exhibition after a long time of 3 years. Children showing interest is something which was needed, and I'm so happy to see the way they have taken these projects so seriously. wish them all the best, and I want each and every child to participate so that we get to know the hidden talents of each and every child. Today I'm going to announce the positions for this exhibition. Going with grade 9th first, the third position has been secured by grade 9th A. The second position has been secured by grade 9th-C, and first position secured by 9th-B. Congratulations to all the three sections, they've really done well. Grade 10th, third position secured by 10th-B, second position secured by 10th-A, and first position secured by 10th-E. Congratulations children, you really put in your efforts. We also have a most impressive model where we are happy to announce Ira Umar as her model was the most impressive one. Ira Umar of 9th G. Congratulations Ira, you've really put in efforts and you've really done well. The most impressive presentation was by Bakhtavar Shah of 10th E. Bakhtavar, you are a very talented child. Keep the good work going on. I want to congratulate the coordinator, Social Science, Shaukat Ahmed Ganai, because under his guidance and under the guidance of the whole faculty, children have really done well. Congratulations once again.
So this is what the social science exhibition was all about. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time.